YouTube channel. It's your girl Pearl, and this is where we talk about health, wellness, fitness, and all of the above. Thanks for coming back, tuning in. I have decided to do a 4-part series about how to thrive during quarantine. We don't want to just be surviving, guys. You want to thrive, whatever that may look like for you. So this is part 1, and today we're going to be talking about how to support our immune system during this time. These are my top tips for supporting our immune system during quarantine. And I'm sure everyone has heard about boosting your immune system boosting, diets, and all these things. I've been seeing lots of headlines about various topics around supporting or boosting our immune system. Before I dive in, I did want to talk about the difference and the proper use of the terms boost or support when talking about our immune system. I've seen lots of headlines saying boost our immune system. One thing that the word boost kind of insinuates is that we are able to kind of propel or excel our immune system to a certain point. When I think of boost, I think of like blast off or something along those lines. In terms of our immune function, if we are 100% healthy and providing our body with everything it needs, our immune system will be functioning at 100%. And that means we will not get sick. We would never ever get sick because our immune system is very strong and can support and fight any virus or pathogen. Now, this is not the case for most people. Most people, including myself, we have suboptimal immune systems. And this is due to many various factors. Now, when you say boost your immune system, there is no way to boost our immune system above the 100% functioning that it should be at already. I use the word support our immune system because if we're doing what we need to do to support our immune system, it will be functioning at 100%. And we always need to be supporting it and eating good foods and exercising and a lot of the various other items that can help our immune system. If we're doing these things, we will be functioning at 100%, we would never get sick. But there is no way to boost our immune system above the normal functioning levels, right? So anytime we are increasing our immune system, it's just back to the normal levels that they should be at. Hope that gave you some clarification. The first thing I'm going to be talking about today is our gut health. I am not sure about you, but I have been so fascinated about gut health. As I've been exploring the field and learning more about health, I'm realizing what a crucial role our gut health has in everything. Did you know that 50 to 70% of our immune system is actually located behind our gut lining, which means majority of the immune system is functioning around our intestines. When I say gut, I mean small intestine and large intestine. The reason our immune system is mostly there is because our gut lining is actually only 1 cell thick. If you imagine a cell, think of a cell, if you remember throw back to bio in high school, cells are tiny, minuscule, microscopic. So only having 1 cell thick is very, very thin. And that is why it's important that our immune system focuses there, because that is the main portal of entry for all our viruses, infections, and that's actually how we get sick. It is very, very important to maintain healthy gut lining. How do we do that? Well, great question. The main 2 ways to support our gut health is to eat probiotics and prebiotics. Now, I'm sure you've heard these words thrown around all over, but what are probiotics and prebiotics? Good thing I know that I got this. Probiotics are the foods that feed our lovely gut bacteria. These are foods that are rich in fiber because our gut really enjoy eating fiber. So foods such as vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. These are very, very good sources of fiber if we're eating them as whole as we possibly can. We always want to try to eat the food as close to its natural form as possible. Probiotics, on the other hand, are live bacterial cultures that we can ingest to populate our gut. The thing with probiotics is that many of them actually do not pass our stomach because the acid in our stomach kills them. Because of this, I suggest the main way to promote healthy gut is eating lots of fiber. This means aiming for more vegetables, eating more whole grains, having nuts and seeds every day, and that will help promote a healthy gut. The second thing I'm going to be talking about is vitamin C. I'm sure all of you have heard that vitamin C is the ultimate vitamin for immunity. Now, this is not false. There are also many other vitamins that contribute to our immune system. I cannot cover all of them, but I did want to cover the top ones that I really think that we should be focusing on. This is not to say that the other ones are not important, because they all are important. It is important to get all of our vitamins and nutrient needs every day to support a healthy functioning body. One thing I do want to clarify about vitamin C is that the research I have done shows when we take vitamin C before we get sick, it is actually more beneficial to prevent the onset of any symptoms versus if you just start taking it when you feel sick. From what I have read and my personal experiences, vitamin C does not shorten how long you're sick. But if you do take it before you get sick, it can prevent you from getting sick or from showing any symptoms. It is very important to get a variety of vitamin C foods all throughout the day and every day. I suggest that we get that through food first. If you're unable to, then you might consider supplementing, although I do believe that we can get all our vitamin C needs from food. Some foods that are really high in vitamin C that you might not think of, greater than oranges actually, are things such as kale, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, strawberries, and red, orange, and yellow bell peppers. Try to get a wide variety of these foods every day to ensure we're getting enough vitamin C. The third thing I'm going to be talking about today is vitamin D. This is one of the most crucial vitamins in our system, I believe, because it has such a crucial role in our immune system and overall health. Also because many people are deficient in this vitamin. 50% of North Americans are deficient in this vitamin. This was from research that was done 15 years ago. I couldn't find anything more recent. I really want to argue that these numbers have increased due to the decrease in consumption of dairy products and also due to the low intakes of vitamin D rich foods. Vitamin D is not naturally occurring in many foods, so it's very hard to get as a source through food. This is why I always suggest everyone I work with to take vitamin D supplements. It's important all year round. If you are deficient in vitamin D, you have an increased chance of risk of susceptibility to infection and disease. So this is definitely one we want to be taking on a regular basis. I always remind people to take vitamin D with a food that has fat in it. Because vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, you want to ensure you take it with a food that has fat, or take the vitamin D drops that is emulsified in a fat. This is especially important right now because we are spending most of our time indoors. Please, please, please remember to take your vitamin D because we are not getting sufficient amounts. The fourth thing I'm going to talk about today is sugar. I will dedicate a whole YouTube video to talking about sugar and carbohydrates. Today I just want to talk about a little snippet about how sugar affects our immune system. I recently just learned this and I did some research on it, and it turns out that sugar actually decreases our white blood cell function. Sugar actually puts our white blood cells in a comatose state for about 2 to 3 hours after consumption. Now, when I talk about sugar, I'm talking about your highly processed, refined sugars, not the natural ones we find in fruit and vegetables and in our grains, but the ones that we find in our junk food, processed food, pop, and all the other things that we should be eating less of. When we eat sugar, we actually put our white blood cells and thus our whole immune system at risk for being more susceptible to disease and infection. We don't want that. So really important, especially during these times, to please stay as healthy as you can and decrease the amount of your processed sugar intake. I just want to say that this list is not all inclusive. There are so many other factors to our immune system, and that would be a really, really long YouTube video. I just want to highlight a few ones that I thought were really important to mention. But please don't think this is the only thing that we can do. There are other options. I believe these are some of the most effective tips I can give you right now to really support our immune system. Thank you so much for watching. Those are my 4 tips for really supporting our immune system during quarantine right now. If you're interested, there's a free resource I made. I will link below called the Quarantine Nutrition Guide, and it goes over in a little bit more detail some key things we need to be thinking about when really trying to optimize our health right now during these hard times. Thank you so much for watching. Send you all lots of love. And next week, I'm going to be talking about how to stay healthy at home during quarantine. So stay tuned, click the notification bell below, and I'll see you next time. Thank you guys.